y'all, welcome to Life Happens by the Mile. This is Michaela, and anyway, I have just been dealing with a rash of shit about some statements I made, and some got misunderstood, but I'm going to make it plain and clear. This video is kind of going to be about lease versus company. I've done both. Now, I said in my deal, I make over 4 times as much as I did when I was company, and I do. As a solo, I made 4 times what I made as a solo driver. As a lease operator, solo driver, I made 4 times as much as I made as a company driver, solo. Okay, that's just a fact. But one thing that a good friend of mine pointed out to me, Kirsty, from Traveling Along with Kirsty, and y'all need to go over and check this chick's channel out. It rocks. And I mean, she is a good friend, and I mean, we have a little bit of difference of opinion on this. But anyway, she was right about one thing. The typical, I drove for Junior Honduras, and he was more interested in making money off his trucks than his drivers making money. But, you know, when you look at it, he pays all the bills on his truck. He has to be profitable. So, from a business standpoint, I understand, but I was getting really shafted on my loads. That he was making money on the loads, but I wasn't. So, that's why the big discrepancy. Now, from a normal company driver, all the company drivers I talk to are doing between $800 to $1,200, $1,300. Every once in a while, a great week, $1,500 is a solo. And that is a stupendous week. So, from the ones I've talked to. And this is ones that aren't trainers, they're just solo drivers. As a solo, for me, my average was $2,500 to $3,000. I had a few bad weeks at $1,800. I even had a minus week when I had a fender bender, and I had to pay for the deductible, and I was down for a while. But that was, by the next week, everything was righted, and that following week, I think I did around $1,900. But my average week was between, you know, 18, 15 would be real low. No, it was about $2,500 to $3,000. You know, my best week as a solo was $5,000. My average week would be if it was a low week, it was around $2,200. I mean, I've had them as low as $1,800, but those are the rare weeks. And I had that minus week. So I averaged at least, so if the average is, let's be generous, 1,000 to 1,200 being the average of a solo company person, then you go over to the side of your lease op, and your week is around 2,500. That's around 1,300, yeah, 1,300 more a week on average. Okay, and that's the that's really average. That's not the low, not the high. And like I said, sometimes your companies will even be higher. Now, if your company and you're banking more than that, hey, please leave a deal down in the comments, but be respectful. Okay, and Kirsty, she's a cat of a different color. Now, Kirsty, from Traveling Along with Kirsty, right now she's banking as a PSD trainer. And she does short little runs. But she's doing really good. But Kirsty, she's like an enigma. I mean, that girl knows her company side like nobody's business. But she's doing actually better as a PSD instructor, which I'm really happy for her. She's awesome. Love her. Now, when it comes to as a trainer, I am kicking ass on any company trainer. Cannot touch me. None. And as a solo lease driver, no company driver can touch me. This is a solo company driver. Now, Kirsty also has, though, her referral bonuses coming into her checks, which, hey, that's part of her job. So she's kicking ass. I mean, Kirsty, I'm really impressed with her. So, but when it comes down to who makes more, as far as straight up as a driver, now I don't make anywhere near what she makes because I don't push my driver's code. I've maybe mentioned it in 5 of my videos. But, so I'm not really hunting and pecking people to use my driver's code. But, like I said, I haven't met any company driver that can touch me. And I'm told that I do better than most lease ops. I don't think so. I know lease ops that blow me out of the water because it's just how long they've been running. They have more experience. They've earned the trust of their dispatcher more. They got better reputations with sales because they've been doing it longer. But for most of the people that I talk to, even lease ops, I do pretty good. You know, so, and I'm not saying I'm the best, because I'm not. I'm far from it. I know Lyle from No Hippie. Now, that's another one's channel you need to check out, is Lyle. That man is, I think he's one of the smartest men I know. He really is, outside my last trainee, George. He was brilliant. But, Lyle, he's really business-minded. And, I mean, the man knows what he's doing. He's really looking to help out drivers. He's not pushing his driver's code either. And don't get it twisted. There is nothing wrong with pushing your driver's code because it helps out our channels. And right now, we got a hiring freeze, so it's a moot point. So, anyway, Lyle, he's a brilliant man. I know he kicks my ass. I mean, like I said, my average right now as a trainer is between low for, I mean, a bad week where I'm complaining, 3,500, and about 5,000, 4,500 to 5,000 is my average. My best week has been 7,800 as a trainer. Now that does, 7,800, I haven't come close to it since that 1 week. I get up to around 6,000 something, and that's it. But, and those are good weeks. So usually I'm expecting in my check around 1,000 to go into my emergency fund and about 3,500 to 4,000 into my bank account. Now that is before taxes. You know, once you take out taxes, and of course, as a company driver, now you can expect Prime's going to pull out for your workman's comp. They're going to pull out pay half your Social Security for you. And, you know, but you pay all your own taxes. So I have to pay that on my end. But still, with that, a company driver still doesn't come close. But that, you know, it's two different kind of personality types, like Kirsty. You know, I'm more the homeowner type. I need land. I got to own my own home. I want to own everything outright. I don't like debt. Kirsty does not mind debt. You know, she pays all her bills. I mean, the girl makes more than enough to pay. She's paid everything off again, I think. She's smart as a whip, but she doesn't want the headache of being a lease operator, because if she wants to go on vacation tomorrow, go to Fiji, wherever she wants, and this girl's been all over the world, she wants to go somewhere, all she has to do is take vacation. She doesn't have to worry about a truck payment. She doesn't have to worry about insurance, anything. She just goes on vacation. If I want to go on vacation, I have to make sure my truck payment's paid ahead. She doesn't have that worry. If her truck breaks down, they put her up in a hotel. My truck breaks down, they give me breakdown pay, way more than the company breakdown pay. But still, I got to wait for 24 hours to kick in, then they start paying me. So that's kind of, you know, we're doing a little better there than company. But she literally has no headaches. She doesn't got to worry about setting money aside for her taxes because it's already pulled out of her checks. She gets half her Social Security made. She gets bonuses, but even with her bonuses, they come nowhere near what my checks are. But like I said, she has zero headache. So if you're the type of and she also has money paid into her retirement. Prime matches it. So, I mean, she's got a good deal going. But for me, I don't want to be limited to how much I can make. I don't want my earning potential limited, because you can only run so many miles you got a cap, even with your safety bonus, with your fuel bonus, everything. You can only do so much. As a lease operator, you know, you can be grabbing big loads, hunting for big loads, and you can really set yourself up to make it's unlimited. But she also has medical, which I do not have currently. Medical's expensive as hell, but it's expensive with Prime too. Well, actually not, because she's been here a few years, so that does help. And then far as she's also doesn't want to own a home. She prefers renting. And there's a lot of people that don't want to do lease up. A lot of them are apartment dwellers or renting houses, because for the same reason. They want to go on vacation when they want to go on. They don't want to worry about a burst water pipe. If something breaks down, Kirsty just calls the concierge and says, hey, come fix this. I mean, the girl lives a baller's life. Me, well, right now I just bought my place cash. I'm fixing to build a house on my land that I bought in Arizona. But I'll have to fix everything. When I go away, I got to make sure everything's tight and right, because if something breaks while I'm gone, it's on me. So it just depends. I mean, Chris, she's a life of adventure. I love to adventure, but at the same time, I'm a little bit restricted, where she's a little more free. I have more money, but she has more freedom. It's a trade-off. You just got to look and see what suits you best. And I'm using Kirsty as an example. But right now, with her referral bonuses and everything, she's averaging about the same I am, her take home. But that's as a pad trainer, not a solo driver. So I'm really impressed with all them referral bonuses. They add up big time. And of course, you make good money as a pad trainer, but she's not technically a pad trainer, but she trains multiple people, so I call it a pad trainer. But like I said, I'm very impressed with her. She's my mentor. She's taught me a lot. So, you know, I'm not complaining. Another person you can look at that can tell you a lot that has gone company and lease, David H. Trucking along with Kirsty. She's seen both sides of the fence, just like me. David, I believe David was company first, and that's Colorado Trucker. Go out and check out his channel. Give him some love. Give No Hippie some love. Like I said, these are people, they give you great resources to look things up. Go check out Driver's Lineup. And a new kid on the block that I just love and adore, JDQ. Go check him out. He is awesome. Nice young man. But anyway, guys, when it comes down to it, yes, it's a fact. People getting a bit pissed. They can get upset. It's just a fact. Lease makes more than company. But you're buying a bunch of stress. And I'm kind of chill with it, you know. If I have a slow week, no matter. You know, it averages out in my month. So, and I've heard people say, well, if you look at how much you're getting per mile, no, that doesn't mean shit. It's how much going to your bank account is what matters. What is your net revenue after you pay everything to your bank account? So, yeah, they're getting their taxes pulled out here. I pull my taxes out and I'm still way ahead. You know, I've heard, well, if you look at this down here, it'll say how much you're averaging per mile. So the way I see that, I don't work per mile. I work per load. And what comes into my bank account is still how much I'm making. It's like I'm saying, well, you know, you set and you're getting 20 cents an orange over here. I'm getting 18 cents an orange over here. You're selling 10 oranges, I'm selling 100 oranges. Who's making more money? I am. So that's how you got to look at it. I mean, but honestly, if you don't want the headaches, go company. There is nothing wrong with going company. It doesn't mean you're less intelligent, less ambitious, or anything. I'm not saying that. Because let me tell you, Kirsty's way smarter than I am. I mean, the girl is a borderline genius. But then you get someone like George, my student. He was an economics major. He was a professor in college. He's about 6 months off his doctoral degree to be Dr. George Smith. I mean, the man is a badass. So he does the same thing. He looked into everything, and you know, he's right along with me. But like I said, Kirsty has never been lease. She's only seen a few people's statements, their settlements. But the thing is also, you know, you don't got to see everyone's settlements. There are drivers, as Kirsty said, that don't touch what I make. You know, that they just don't have the work ethic. And if you don't have that work ethic, you're definitely better going company. But Kirsty, the magic where it happens with her, she has the work ethic. You know, just because she likes working hard and playing hard. You know, she does all kinds of wonderful things. And when she's doing them, she's not paying a truck payment. I am. And, you know, that adds up. But it still doesn't make enough difference to say I make less, because I don't. Now, I say that. But Kirsty's an exception. Because she gets all her referral bonuses and she's no longer a regular driver. She's a PSD trainer. And it's a big difference. Now, I don't know if there's much of a difference between a company PSD trainer and a lease PSD trainer, because I'm a TNT trainer. I can't answer to that. And then I had another whiny guy from another channel. Let's call him Mr. Potato Head, Dr. Phil Sounding Man, because I'm not going to promote his damn channel on my channel. Saying I have 23 years experience. And he said, so what? And you make less than me. Boo-hoo. So anyway, you know, but this is not meant to be a slam against anyone. No one. If you want that freedom and you don't want to worry when you're down, you're taking a home time, you're enjoying life, and you want to travel, and you want someone paying into your retirement fund, which is important. If, you know, I'm paying into my own retirement fund, but, you know, no one's matching it. And all these things add up. But if you want that carefree life to have a lot of fun, you're still making great money as a company driver. It is nothing to damn sneeze at. It's life-changing money. I just prefer being lease, running my own business. But let's not get it twisted. You're still under Prime's thumb. But, you know, you have more freedoms and you have the ability to make as much as you're willing to work for. As hard as you're willing to work. And I still stand behind it. Prime is a great company. It's an awesome company. You come to work here, no one's going to pressure you to go lease. No one's going to pressure you to go company. Now, I've made jokes. And if I have offended some of you company drivers, I apologize. It's just a joke. Because I drove company. I did. I used to say, well, if you want to take a vow of poverty, go ahead and go company. But that's not true. You're still making great money as company. And also another advantage of being company, it's easier to get a loan to buy a house. Unless you set up in your LLC and make yourself an employee and you're paying yourself. But then a lot of them, they look into the LLC's history. How long has this LLC been going? You know, because banks aren't stupid. So anyway, but you know, if you're really looking at buying a house, go over. Lyle from No Hippie is doing a series on that and how you can make it a lot easier to get approved and so forth as a lease driver, and also tips for a company driver. I mean, he's really awesome. I cannot say enough good about the man. But like I said, sometimes I look at Kirsty's life and I envy it. I mean, this girl is having a blast. She knows how to live life, you know. And like I said, with all her referrals and everything like that, that's not driver related, and also being a PSD instructor, she's making what I make on average, $4,300 a week around. So that's nothing to sneeze at. You know, that's my average as a trainer. You know, yes, I have better weeks, I have worse weeks, but it averages out to about $4,300 a week, pretty solidly. So, like I said, if you want to start promoting and recruiting and as well as driving. I mean, but remember, Kirsty is tied for number 3 for the top referral bonuses. Junior Honduras is number 1. No, Busy Blake's number 1, and then Junior Honduras. And also, understand, I know it sounded negative about Junior. When I was talking, it's not meant to be. He's a businessman. Junior Honduras is a good businessman. His thing is, you know, he has to make his trucks profitable. So we have competing interests there. So that's why it just didn't work for me. Because when I first came on, I was like, my business, I had a company that the governor shut down during COVID. And I had to part with everything. I couldn't afford the carrying cost I did about for 6 months with no income. And then finally said, you know, I'm not going to go under. I'm going to sell everything for parts and get out of the business. I laid off all the employees, everything. It was what I had to do. So I understand Junior's point. He's got to make it profitable. So don't take this as a slam against Junior. I know he's a nice guy. But he's got to make his trucks profitable, or why have them? Okay? But when I went in, I needed to make more money. So when I say I made 4 times, I do make 4 times what I made as a solo driving lease, then working as a solo driving company for Junior. But, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And once again, please go out and check out Trucking Along with Kirsty, especially if you're interested in company. She is a wealth of knowledge. I mean, the girl is brilliant. She cares about all the people coming to Prime. She doesn't care whether you're company or your lease. Neither do I. She will help anyone in any way she can. And if you have a lease question that she doesn't know, she'll send you to someone who does know it. But usually she knows quite a bit about it. Okay. So check out her channel. Trust me, you're going to love her. Long Haul Gypsy. Absolutely awesome. She's done both sides of the fence. She answers everyone in her comment section. You can check out Colorado Trucker David. He's the one who saved my ass when I got off my truck. I had the worst trainer in history. You can look back in my channel. And he basically taught me how to be a driver for Prime. And then you have Lyle, No Hippie Trucking. The man is a wealth of information. I mean, a wealth. He really cares about the drivers that come on to Prime and anywhere. And any truckers needing general information. He's not really a Prime channel either. Like, I'm not really a Prime channel. We just happen to work at Prime. But honest to God, he is just one really, really smart man. He was a mortgage broker. So when he's doing this series on buying homes, you really, if you're interested in buying a home, I'm a cash girl. But if you're interested in financing, getting a loan for a home, whether your company or lease, as a trucker, you really want to check out his channel. If you're just interested in things in general. He also has a barbecue channel. No Hippie Barbecue, I think it's called. It's badass. I mean, you really need to check this guy out. JDQ, an up-and-coming YouTuber. Awesome. He's a Prime driver. He's funny. He's articulate. He's just a good old country boy. I just love him to death. And God, please don't let me forget any of my other friends that happen to be YouTubers. But anyway, guys, please practice being open, being kind, practice inclusion instead of exclusion, because you never know who you might meet, and you might like them. So until then, be safe, take care of each other, and I'll talk at you later.